Mm. 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 That will be edited out. It's the best cookie dough ever. Don't judge me. This is just what I have to do right now. Hello everybody, and welcome to Mother Rabbit's Kitchen. I've got something really special today. It's actually the first recipe I ever recorded for this channel. It's my Chick-Fil-A copycat cookies, or my copycat Chick-Fil-A cookies. I don't know. They're delicious, they're amazing. Why am I doing it again? Well, a few reasons. Number one, I wanted to give you a really quick video. This one's gonna be so quick, straight to the point. Number two, I'm gonna double this recipe because why would you make one batch of Chick-fil-A cookies when you could have two batches? Here's the deal. Chick-fil-A cookies are best kept as cookie dough balls in the freezer. So you can just keep this on rotation. This is what my friend does. Ever since I made the first video, she just makes Chick-fil-A cookie dough like every so often, keeps the balls in the freezer, cooks them when she wants them, then when she runs out, she does it again. She's a genius. Do you wanna hear something crazy? It's crazy. I recorded that Chick-fil-A cookie video, 4 months ago. It was my first video ever. It was the first time I ever made that specific recipe that I actually made up, and I was like writing it right before we recorded. That's a whole other story. I don't know why I'm telling you that right now. Anyway, did I say this was gonna be a quick video? After these brief announcements. I haven't made it since then, and that's because I wanted to put out so much new material on the channel that I just keep coming up with different recipes, new fun recipes for dinner, for baking, everything in between. And I'm like, I need my Chick-fil-A cookies again. So here it is today. Camden's asleep, the other kids are at school. Every bit of cookie dough that's going to get eaten is going to get eaten by me and only me. That is another reason why I'm just craving some cookie dough. Why am I telling you this? This is too much information. Let's get started. The first thing we're gonna do is 2 cups of flour. So simple. 1, 2. 2 teaspoons of salt. 1, 2. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Just whisk those 3 dry ingredients together and set them aside. Now we're gonna mix up our wet ingredients. We're gonna cream our shortening with some sugar and add all the other yummy things into here. We're gonna use a bigger bowl. This is where all the cookie dough is going to end up. So in the smaller bowl or your medium bowl is where your dry ingredients go. A bigger bowl for your shortening and your wet ingredients. So this is a cup of shortening. I usually keep my shortening in the freezer, so I actually had to take it out this morning so I could make sure it was nice and soft. And then we're gonna do a cup of sugar. Don't worry, there's more sugar where that came from. Start by beating the white sugar and the flour, no, the white sugar and the shortening together. So you just beat that until it's nice and fluffy. Now we're gonna add a cup of brown sugar. Oh my gosh, why does this have to take so long? I don't know why, but it takes me like 5 minutes just to get brown sugar into the measuring cup, and I pack it down as hard as I could. And once I pack it down, then I fill it up to the top. It's like a sickness that I have. It's like the more brown sugar, the better. That's not a sickness, that's an asset. Okay, anyway, this video is supposed to be short and quick, so stop making me talk so much. 1 cup of brown sugar. Next is 2 tablespoons of that molasses I was just telling you all about. Oh yeah, molasses is not my favorite flavor. So it's kind of funny that this is just such an essential part of my favorite cookies ever. So 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 1, 2, and 2 eggs. 1. Oops, shell, I'll go in there. 2. Mix these up. Now 2 cups of rolled oats, whole oats, old-fashioned oats, all the same thing. Blend that together real quick. Now here's where you don't want to overmix. Grab your dry ingredients, put about just put the whole thing in. I mean, come on, let's just do this. If we're gonna be quick, let's be quick. Just don't overmix it, just enough to blend. Now we're gonna add our chocolate chips. We're gonna do a cup of milk chocolate chips. And then we're also gonna add a cup of semi-sweet chips. But of course, I'm out of the full-size semi-sweet chips. How dare I? And I have mini semi-sweet chips, which is fine. I probably shouldn't fill up the cup all the way since it would be like too much. Or is there such thing as having too much chocolate chips? All right, so like almost a cup of the minis, just because they kind of sink into the cup a little bit more. Okay, anyway, blend this just for a minute, not even a minute, just a few seconds to mix everything in. This cookie dough is so thick that my mixer was like, I was like, you're killing me. Well, did I mention the cookie dough is thick? Does that mean, like, if it doesn't come off, does that mean I get to eat this? Because I'm okay with that. We'll be back after this. If it's so wrong, I don't want to be right. These cookie dough balls are best in the freezer. So you can make them all in one day when they're frozen and ready to go in the oven, or you can just pop however many you want into the oven at a time, and then the next day you've got more cookie dough balls in the freezer. You just live your best life every day. Then when you run out, you watch this video again, and then you make it again, and we just keep doing that until we hate ourselves. Just kidding. I'm gonna chill this dough after I eat a few more spoonfuls off camera, and then I will come back, we'll ball it, and freeze it again, and then cook it. All right, the dough has been in the fridge for a few hours. I let it sit in there while I got the kids from school. Now I'm gonna take my 3-inch scooper and just get these enormous balls of dough. Big cookies.
They look like peanut butter balls.
They do.
But they're just not as brown.
Which is why whenever I have to instruct somebody else, like my mom or my husband, to give the kids peanut butter balls, I'm always like, make sure, or the protein balls I call them, I'm always like, make sure you give them the protein balls and not balls of cookie dough, because they look exactly the same.
And Gigi accidentally pulled the bag of cookie dough out of the fridge.
She did.
And she's like, are these the peanut butter balls? And I'm like, no, they're cookie dough balls.
Not exactly, right?
Can I have a taste?
Yeah, go get a spoon.
Yeah. Spoon, spoon, spoon. Ready.
Yes, you can taste it too. Yes, you can taste it too. Oh, that was a big one. You want to taste it too? Here you go. Here, you want to hold it? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 cookies, which means these are going to be really huge. Because when I made half of this amount, well, when I made like one batch, this is a double batch. When I made one batch, it made like 9 cookies. So these are going to be extra large, which I guess isn't a bad thing. They might just need to cook longer. Okay, I'm going to pop these in the freezer so that I can put them in a Ziploc bag without them all squishing together. So I'm going to freeze them. Once they're rock hard, put them in a Ziploc bag so I can store them and just pop out the ones that we want to cook tonight. All right, see you back here. I've got my frozen or almost frozen cookie dough balls here, and I've got my oven preheated to 375, and I'm just going to take out the ones that I know we will eat tonight for sure. And I'm gonna make 4, 1 for me, 1 for Jana, 1 for Skylar, and 1 for Andrew when he gets home from youth group. But I might have 2, and that means I might make another one when he gets home. Pardon me for a second. Okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna put these in the oven. Here. Yeah, just don't touch them. I'm gonna put these in the oven for, I wanna say like 12 minutes. It might be more like 15. These are really big. I will let you know in just a second. I'm gonna pop these in. At this point, I have so many different types of cookie dough balls and protein balls in the freezer that I'm gonna start having to label things. I don't usually label. I'm usually really bad about that stuff. But it's time. So I'm just gonna do CFA cookies. Then all I have to do Oh, thank you. Thank you. No, it's okay. I got it. Put 'em in there. They're like the size of muffins. Okay, you want to get one for me? Okay. Oh, so whoops, frozen to the plate. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you.
Yay!
Good. And then just to keep as much air out as possible, I just go like this. And just keep it in the freezer. And then when these run out, you just make more. Look at these beautiful, enormous chocolate chip cookies. No, not just chocolate chip cookies. Chocolate chip. Oh, it's okay. Background noise is just a part of my life, and now it's a part of yours. Those are so gorgeous. And I forgot to mention that I cooked them at 375 for probably a total of about 17 minutes. You want to wait until the middles that are still frozen have gone down like to almost flat. See, this one's like a little, but they're going to be soft and ooey gooey in the middle, and they're nice and kind of crispy on the edges and all around. Nice golden brown, that molasses. Shower hair, don't care. Don't judge me. Look at this. If you're gonna judge anything, judge this. Okay, my lighting isn't good. Let me turn on the light. Hold on. Yeah, you can start it. See that? Look at the beauty of that. Do you see how big it is? It's almost as big as my head. We're gonna open it up. Oh my gosh, you can actually... Oh, we're about to watch Kids Baking Championship and eat these. Yeah. You're gonna die when you taste these. The middle is like still a little underbaked. Everything else is crispy. You better make them right now. Listen, I had to make this video. I had to show you again how easy it is and how delicious these are. I hope you make them. I hope you enjoy them. And remember, if I can do it, anybody can do it. That means you.